Shalom. All praise going on. It goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Radash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and blessings to the elect. This is another edition of GMS News and Prophecy. We have an article here from the nationalinterest.org. And it says, the end of the Atlantic Alliance. All right. It says, now you see the image here. Okay, and this is the flag for NATO. Okay, the compass, different directions, north, south, east, and west. Because that's how far their influence reaches. All right, which these are the main countries of Esau in the west that rule together, which is known in the scriptures as the beast. Okay, but here we have it in the headline. It says the end of the Atlantic Alliance. So this is basically alluding to the end of NATO, because NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So this is basically the end of the beast we're seeing. Okay, we are seeing the end of the so-called white man's rulership. All right. So it says here, it says President Donald Trump's decision to withdraw from JCPOA is one more step in dismantling the edifice built after the end of World War II by the United States and Britain. Okay? Because what's been going on lately is America, through Trump, has basically been pushing out a vibration that the U.S. or America doesn't need its allies anymore. Okay? And that's the sentiment felt around the world. Okay? And this article is going to go into it. Okay? It says President Donald Trump's decision to withdraw from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, which is the nuclear deal, by the way, the Iran nuclear deal. It says is one more step in dismantling the edifice built after the end of World War II by the U.S. and Britain. Trump's decision follows after withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement and the TPP, Trans-Pacific Partnership. Yeah, so Trump has just been, withdrawing from all these contracts and, agreements that it has established, that America had established over the years, and it's rubbing these countries the wrong way. Okay, it says additionally, NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, may survive, but only if renegotiated. Swipes have also been taken to European allies at various occasions. Finally, the forthcoming negotiations with North Korea will harm U.S. alliances in Asia, with Trump likely to forge an agreement with North Korea that will secure the U.S. homeland while disregarding South Korean and especially Japanese interests. So far, the U.S. has abandoned quickly and without hesitation its role as leader of the global alliance system. Its long-term allies are left baffled, not knowing what to do in the new world order in which, with America first, has transformed into America only. All right. So we're seeing the end of really the geopolitical structure that the elites of Esau have set up. Okay. Because they want to forge a new world order. All right. Under basically a totalitarian martial law type government. Okay, and they're using America to do away with these so-called old world agreements, so they can have more of a control in the earth. Okay, but it's backfiring on the elites, and it will backfire on the elites, because according to the Bible, it's prophecy that these things are to happen. See, right now they're able to control these different leaders and things like that and their decisions But it's going to get to a point to where, you know, once they start, you know, moving to get certain allies like Iran, especially, that's when things are going to spin out of control, and this war, this third world war, is going to take place, and it's going to leave America destroyed, other places in the world destroyed, and it's going to leave Esau without a throne. Okay, basically, let's see, and that's basically the sentiment of this article. Yeah, it's a pretty long article. It has 2 pages. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but that's what we're dealing with here. Okay, America is basically ending NATO, and that's the end of the beast. Okay, it's the end of Esau's rulership, and we're seeing it now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a couple of prophecies, and I'm gonna show you how this takes place in scriptures. Okay, so this is Daniel 2 and verse 40. It says, "And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things." All right. It says, "And as iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise." And that happened with the pagan Roman Empire, and that happened with this new modern day revived Roman Empire. Okay. It took over. It used America to take over these other countries and push its policies, you know, through war and bloodshed and thievery. But now all that's coming to an end. All right. Verse 41 says, "And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided." All right. And America is also a part of this division in the fourth kingdom. Okay. It says, "But there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken." And that's over there in the EU. All right. In the European Union. Okay. Because we have certain countries that's economically strong and militarily strong, and certain countries that are not. And now you have even America breaking off ties with those European allies, which is making Babylon the Great, America, which is Babylon the Great, that much more really weaker. Okay? Because it's going to be basically be all eyes on America from this point on, which they are, and that's going to lead to World War III, the War of Armageddon. All right? And it's going to lead to America's destruction. Okay? So it's the end of this place, man. We are at the end of the beast. Okay? That's it. Now the beast, when you go to the book of Revelation, it speaks about the end of the beast. Okay? And of the great whore, which is Babylon the Great. So this is Revelation 17 and 16. "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore." Now the last prophecy, it mentioned the 10 toes. Well, those 10 toes are the same as the 10 horns in Revelation. Same beast, same country. All right, so to speak, or same alliance. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast," right, the fourth beast, "these shall hate the whore." So the allies of America are going to hate America, which is the whore. It says, "It shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." And that is why America is going to be destroyed, because it's prophecy. It says, "For the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree." Because the Lord put it in these Edomites' heart to make an alliance, and then eventually break up so they can fulfill his prophecy. It says, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the words of the Most High being fulfilled. So now their time is coming to an end. Actually, when you read up in verse 17 and 12, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, which that was during the time of pagan Rome. But these countries actually received power when you go back to when the North Atlantic Treaty Organization was started. Okay? It says, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So they were only given 1 hour's time to rule with this type of power structure, including America, which, as you break that down, 1 hour would be around 42 years, which, because a year to the Lord is 1,000 years. It's like a day to the Lord is 1,000 years, and you have 24 hours in a day. So that would break down to 42 years. Okay, it says, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Okay, so they have their power and the strength in the beast, but then eventually they're all going to start to break up and then hate each other, and then hate America and destroy America, and that's going to be the end, man. Okay, so we're seeing it now. We're seeing it here clearly. Okay, and this guy Trump, he's the one to do it, man. All right. But with that, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone that rule well. And as always, peace and blessings to the elect. All right. Esau's kingdom is fallen. All right. And our kingdom is on the rise. Shalom.